Hey guys, welcome in this new video. I hope that all of you are doing great. In this video, I want to talk about the 5 trading mistakes that most traders make and that keep them away from actually being profitable. So let's actually get right into it. So what are the 5 most common trading mistakes that I see out there? Well, let's actually get right into it. So you will see that I will always describe what is the mistake, and then I will try to give you guys a tip to actually improve that and to overcome this. So number 1, most traders trade with their emotions, right? Either on a conscious level or on a subconscious level. What do I mean by that? Well, when you take a trade, and that is basically the way that you can improve this, when you take a trade, you always need to ask yourself the proper question. Is this a rational and logical decision, right? Or am I trading with my emotions? Do I fear the market? Am I being greedy? Or am I not being patient? You will see that. I'll come back to this later. So you really need to ask yourself those questions in order to figure out if what you are doing is actually what you should be doing, because a lot of traders, even the experienced one, are trading with their emotions, and that is normal in a sense, right? Because we are creatures of emotions. At the end of the day, we're animals. So it's really hard to actually fight against that and remove emotions from your trading, but that is absolutely what you should work on and try to do as much as possible, because there is simply not a single trader out there who is profitable and trading with their emotions. It simply doesn't match together. So if you want to be profitable, you will learn how to control yourself and control your emotions in order to trade with a rational and logical approach to the market and not with your emotions. The second most common mistake is a lack of understanding when it comes to risk management. So first of all, let me explain you very briefly what is risk management. Risk management is basically the amount of money that you will risk on every single trade that you take. So for example, if you have $10,000 in your trading account and you want to risk 1% of your account per trade, it means that you will risk $100 per trade. That is basically what is risk management. Now, that is super important. It's one of the most important things that you need to master if you want to be a profitable trader. Why? Because you need to keep in mind that without a good risk management, it is mathematically impossible to be profitable. Let me repeat this. Without a good risk management, it is mathematically impossible to be profitable. Why? Well, because if you risk, for example, 10% or 20% in one trade, it means that you just need few trades to actually lose all of your capital, few losses in a row. So if you look at the statistics, what are the probabilities that you actually have few losses in a row in your trading career? Well, they are very, very high. So without a good risk management, it is impossible to be a profitable trader. So the first task as a trader is to protect your capital. And you see, this is where a lot of people mess things up. A lot of people only look at what they can gain from trading. A lot of people only look at the potential profit that they can make on a trade, but they forget to look at the loss, right? So as a trader, you want to rewire your brain in order to see first how much you are risking, how much can you potentially lose on that trade. The profit is not even that important when you look at it from that perspective. Of course it matters, but not as much as how much you are risking per trade. So risk management has to be mastered if you want to be a profitable trader. The third mistake is learning from the wrong people. Now, I already made plenty of videos about this. You guys know that I'm all about mentorship, finding the people who have the results to learn from and all of that. So I'll not go too deep into this right now because I already made other videos about that, but you need to learn from the right people, guys. It's that simple. No, the people who do ads on YouTube are not real traders. No, the people that you see in jets flying private planes and getting out and driving Ferraris are probably not real traders, right? Like, you just need to have a critical mind when it comes to who you are listening to. It's really that simple, right? At the end of the day, 9 people out of 10 are not profitable. 9 people out of 10 are losing money trading. So not everything you see online is real, guys. You need to have that idea in back of your mind whenever that you listen to someone, right? Does that person have the results that you want? Is that person even trading in the first place, right? Or is that person just making money off of the industry but not actually in trading? So it's really, really important, because if you don't learn from the right people, no matter how much effort you put in, no matter how much time you put in, no matter how patient you are, how hardworking you are, you will never make it. It's really that simple, right? Because let's say that you are going in the wrong direction, which is what happens if you learn from the right from the wrong people, right? So if you learn from the wrong people, you are going in the wrong direction. Well, if you do hard work and if you are patient and all of that, you will simply go more into the wrong direction. You get what I'm saying? So that is why learning from the right people is so important, because you want to have a strong foundation. You want to have a path to success. You basically need a roadmap in trading that you can follow and eventually arrive to your goal. And that is absolutely my goal with the course that I do with my students. But anyway, I'll not talk about this here. It doesn't even matter. So you need a road to success. That is the most basic way I could put it. And that road to success comes from learning from the right people, right? You just basically need from someone who has the results. It's that simple. So ask yourself this question whenever you are learning something, right? Whether it's in a book or on YouTube videos or on TV or wherever you are learning something, ask yourself the question, does that person have the results that I want, right? Does that person actually knows what they're talking about? If the answer is yes, perfect. If not, then you need to reconsider your learning game and to switch the person you're learning from, because I can tell you from experience, a lot of my students who joined the course, they've been learning how to trade for some people have been learning how to trade for years and they still take my course. Why? Because they had so many crap mentors right before that they are still not profitable. They are still struggling in their trading, so they need to find another person and another person and another person to learn from until they actually find someone who is real and who will really teach them. So take the time at the beginning to ask yourself if the person that you are learning from actually has the results. The fourth most common mistake that I see people doing, and that is really related to the last topic that I just talked about, but they simply don't understand what they are doing, right? They don't understand the reasons behind why we do something. So let me give you an example. Let's say that you look at the chart and you decide to place a trend line, right? Which is a technical tool that a lot of traders use. Let's say that you place a trend line. Well, a lot of people are not struggling that much when it comes to how to place the trend on the chart, right? It's not that complicated. Like, there are a few rules that you need to follow in order to have a valid trend line, for example, but it's not that complex. But when you ask those people, why are you placing the trend here and what does this trend indicates you, a lot of people are not able to give you this answer. A lot of people are not able to basically explain the deep reasons of why this tool could be useful. So you see, it's not about just knowing how to place the trend. It's knowing why to place the trend. You understand? So that is a huge difference. Even if it seems a little small, it's very, very important. You need to understand every single thing that you do, right? Like, this is actually the first thing traders should learn, right? What is trading? What is the market doing? What are you trading? How to read the price action, the charts, and all of that. That is the first thing that you need to learn as a trader, right? Like, what is just happening on the market? That is the most basic way that I could put it, but you need to learn that. You need to understand perfectly what you are doing if you want to be profitable. It's that simple. So you need to go deep into basically what are you trading, what is that market about, the rules that this market follow, and then when you will have all of these answers, you will be able to build a strong mindset, and that will lead you to actually do the right things that you should do in order to progress and to become a profitable trader. So focus first of all on understanding what you're doing, right? Before that you try to go trading with real money, before that you talk about the broker, the software, the tools, all of these things are completely irrelevant at the beginning. The only thing that really matters is that you understand what you are doing. And the last one that I want to cover in this video, lack of patience, right? A lot of people want things too fast. And that is very, very common in the society we live in today, right? A lot of people think that success is like this, but no, success is more this, right? And you eventually go up and achieve your goals, right? You need to be extremely patient. Things are not as easy as most people want you to believe, guys. Let me repeat this. It's not that easy. Things are not that easy, right? A lot of people want to sell you bullshit on the internet. A lot of people are, marketers, and they're putting so much effort into their marketing, but their message is bullcrap, right? Like, it is not that easy. You need to be patient because it will most likely take you months or even years in certain case for people to become profitable. And guess what? Remember what I said at the beginning, 9 people out of 10 are not profitable. So a vast majority of the people who are watching this video right now will never be profitable, right? That's just the truth of the market. That's just the truth of the industry. Most people that are watching this will not be profitable. That's just a fact, and there's nothing much that we can do about it. The only real way that we could improve this, and that's the reason why I'm doing this video with hopes that it can actually help some of you guys, is to really just spread the right knowledge, right? And so that also comes from what I was talking about before, but you need to be patient. That's the most basic aspect of your mindset that you need to develop, patience, right? Like, you need to enjoy the process. And that is one of the best way to develop patience, by the way. You need to enjoy the process. You need to enjoy trading. And at the end of the day, if you don't really enjoy it, it will be very hard to persist on the long term and to keep going. Because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, well, it will be hard. That is for sure. Versus someone who is truly passionate about what he's doing, someone who truly loves trading from the bottom of his heart, it will be a lot easier to be patient, because what will matter is not so much the end result, it's more just the process in itself. It's the journey to get there, right? If you love what you do, you will enjoy the journey, and that in itself will help you to become a lot more patient. So those were the 5 most common mistakes that I see traders out there doing. I think that all of them are extremely important, and I'm telling you, my friend, like, if you are able to become very good at those 5 things, if you are able to become a master of those subjects that I talked about today, you are already in a much better path and situation than most people out there. You have a much higher probability of becoming a profitable trader than most people if you actually master these 5 things. Now, as I said, those are not easy, right? And that is important to keep in mind. It will be hard. It will take you a lot of time. It will take you a lot of efforts and a lot of sacrifice to actually eventually maybe reach your goals. But is it worth it? I think so, right? And if you love the journey, well, that in itself makes it worth it, all right? So on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.